favourite class. This is the stretch and relaxation, okay? An easy class. So, I always think it's nice to use a cushion for your head. So if you want to lie down on your back, and you can do this every night, it'll aid relaxation and help you to sleep a little bit, especially if you've been working all day, and especially if you've been in front of a screen all day. So you want to bend the knees hip bone distance apart. Try and soften the rib cage. So we soften the rib cage by dropping the section of the spine in between the shoulder blades down into the mat. So you're just dropping the rib cage. So it's not protruding or popping. So you're dropping the rib cage into the mat. Relax the shoulders out of the ears. Just focus on the breathing. And then slowly, and this is super slow, tuck the tailbone under. So now your pubic bone is higher than your two hip bones. And really scoop and flatten out the stomach as best you can. And then gently drift the pelvis to the other direction. So now the pubic bone is lower than the two hip bones, and you have a deep arch in your lumbar spine. And then just ease back into the imprint, pubic bone above the two hip bones. And just continue easing the spine from one extreme to the other. Focus on the breathing. And just go in your own breathing time. Just drifting the pelvis from one extreme to the other. So you're waking up the lower back, you're stretching the lower back, and you're mobilizing the pelvis. So really important if you've been sitting all day at a desk. And if the head is slightly raised on a small cushion or on a rolled up towel, you'll also feel your neck easing out. So the C-section of your spine, C4 and C5, the lower discs in the neck are just being pulled gently apart. So you're just gently opening out the lower part of your neck, which can also get tight, especially if you've been looking at a phone or a screen for a lot of the day. And then gently soften to neutral. Now, keeping the pelvis neutral, you're going to turn the wrists up towards the ceiling. And what that does is it just opens the shoulder joint at the front. So you're opening your pectoral or your chest muscles at the front. Try not to let the knees fall out. Try to keep the knees hip bone distance apart and go into that imprinted position and then start creeping up into the bridge. And don't go too high. You don't want to overextend. And slowly articulate one vertebrae at a time all the way back down again. And try and relax your face. That's going to sound funny, but try and just relax your eyebrows and relax around the mouth and around the upper part of your face. So just try and completely relax. Try not to hold tension around the eyes. And just creep the spine up off the mat and creep and articulate the spine back down onto the mat. And we'll just do one more. And try to keep the glutes relaxed for this. So you're not working anything, you're just stretching. And soften to neutral. So neutral, just to remind you, when the pubic bone is the same height as the two hip bones. Now lift the arms up towards the ceiling, drop them behind you, bending the elbows, softening the rib cage, keeping the shoulders out of the ears, and just start making circles. Small circles. And what you're doing here is releasing tension in the chest and the pectoral muscles and mobilizing the shoulder joints. So we always want to try and integrate mobilization with flexibility. Change direction. And just focus on the breathing. Just integrate your breath with the movement. So breathe in through the nose and a long slow exhale out through the mouth. So you're increasing lung capacity. and relax the arms down by your sides. Now rolling onto the left side. Okay, I'm going to take the cushion away, just so you can hear me. So, when you lie on your left side, make sure you don't have the shoulder up in a weird position. Try and have the shoulder away from the ear and extend the left arm straight out in front of you. So the hand should be straight out from the shoulder. It shouldn't be above or below, just straight out. Now take both hands together. Stack the hands, relax the neck, and you want to have the knees drawn in so you're pretty much in a fetal position. Engage the tummy, and you're going to lift the arm up, follow it with your eyes, turn to follow the hand and bring the arm behind you, opening out the chest. And then follow the hand as you bring the arm back up and all the way over. And continue, very slow and controlled. Focus on the breathing. Now you can inhale as you bring the arm back and behind you. So you breathe in to open the rib cage, so you're filling the lungs as you breathe in. And exhale as you bring the arm back up and all the way over. Try not to lift the shoulder up into the ear. And what we're doing here is increasing lung capacity and stretching the pecs, the lower back and the lats. And this is one of your basic Pilates moves, so really basic, but a really good stretch. And stay in that position with the two arms out to the sides. And just mooch and slither onto your back. Now just stretch the arms behind you without popping the ribs. So try now, with the arms behind you, to drop the section of your spine around your shoulder blades into the mat with the hands behind your head. And just slowly tuck the tailbone under, lift the pelvis up, releasing the lower back, and slowly articulate all the way back down again. We'll just do a few reps of this, just to release the lower back. And gently melt down onto the mat and relax. Okay, and you're going to turn over onto your right side. So you're just going to turn over onto your right side. I'm going to come this way so you can hear me. Extend the right arm out in front of you, relax the neck. Hands are stacked, hands are together. Try and relax your face. Relax around the eyes, relax around the mouth. And then ease the arm up without lifting the shoulder and gently glide the arm back and behind as you open the shoulder and the chest. Try and keep the knees together and stacked, so you're really getting a stretch up through your lats and up into the lower back and hip on the left side, and then slowly bring the arm up and all the way over. And continue, very slow and controlled, just easing that arm back and behind, and then gently bring the arm up and all the way over. And continue, very slow. And just go with your own breathing, inhaling as you bring the arm behind you, exhaling as you bring the arm up and all the way over. And we'll just do one more. Stay there for a moment, just so you get a good pec stretch on, and then gently, when you're ready, glide the knees up, slip onto your back. Take the arms behind the head. Think about the rib cage, which has probably popped, and you want to soften it down into the mat. And think about a toy soldier, and you're going to lift the right arm up, take it down by your side. And then both arms pass each other by. Now you want to lift the arms without lifting the shoulders up into the ears. And you might not think you're doing much here, but actually what you're doing is you're mobilizing the shoulder joint and helping alleviate stress that might occur from something like a frozen shoulder that you might have had a few years ago. So this is a preventative stretch and move. And try and lift the arms and let them pass each other by without popping the rib cage at the front. So keep focusing on softening that area of your back around the shoulder blades down into your mat. And then relax both arms down by your sides. Now drop the knees in towards the chest. Hug the knees and just make sure it's comfortable. Relax the shoulders. Try not to tense up by lifting the shoulders into the ears, and drop the chin down towards the chest so you're opening the neck at the back. So you're not compressing C4 and C5. And this is just a very basic back stretch. Gently, just relax the arms into a cruciform position and start drifting the knees slowly from one side to the other. So now you're just opening up down through the lumbar spine. Now if you find this a little bit tight and a little bit sore, you can do exactly the same move but with the feet in contact with the mat. So you're just rolling the knees from one side to the other. And gently back to center. Now draw the right knee in towards the chest, hug the right knee and extend the left leg down along the mat. And just breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. And really draw the knee in towards the chest. But try not to lift the shoulders up into the ears. So just always be aware of the shoulders, keeping them relaxed. And then, taking the left hand on the outside of your right knee, extending the right arm out to the right, gently press the right knee across to the left side. So now you're stretching out the right side of the lower back and a little bit into the right hip. And don't force anything, just drift. And relax. Now extend the right leg. Draw the left knee in. Right hand on the outside of the left knee. Left hand out to the left. And just glide over to the right side to a point that you're comfortable with. But try to keep the opposite shoulder, so in this case the left shoulder, in contact with the mat as you draw the knee over to the right. And then cruise back to center. And you can extend the left leg. Now remember to use the elbows if you need to. Reach towards the ceiling. Visualize someone's taking you by the hands. Separate the feet. Stabilize and lock down onto the mat with the pelvis and legs. And then slowly roll up to seated and just stretch forward, getting a hamstring stretch on. And just breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. And Well done. Good job. Thank you.
Yep.
Good. Dookie.